Hello, friends. Welcome to today's daily devotion. I'm Kerry Wood of the Goldston Methodist Church in Goldston, North Carolina. We are a global Methodist congregation. This week, I'm looking at the second of John Wesley's rules for money. Rule number 1 is to gain all that you can. Rule number 2 is to save all that you can. And yesterday we started the story of Joseph and his savings program for the land of Egypt to deal with 7 years of plenty followed by 7 years of famine. Let's continue the story today, looking at Genesis chapter 41, reading today verses 53 through 57. Hear now these words. The 7 years of abundance in Egypt came to an end, and the 7 years of famine began just as Joseph had said. There was famine in all the other lands, but in the whole land of Egypt there was food. When all of Egypt began to feel the famine, the people cried to Pharaoh for food. Then Pharaoh told all the Egyptians, "Go to Joseph and do what he tells you." When the famine had spread over the whole country, Joseph opened all the storehouses and sold grain to the Egyptians, for the famine was severe throughout Egypt. And all the world came to Egypt to buy grain from Joseph because the famine was severe everywhere. So now we see the other half of the story, the dream, coming true. After 7 years of plenty, they now are entering into the severe years of famine, and Joseph was prepared. So how can we be prepared? What should we be doing during our time of plenty in order to be ready for the times of want and need? Well, John Wesley says there are 4 things that we should not spend our money on in order to save all that we can. And the first thing is we should not be spending money on the desires of the flesh. Now, Wesley says this isn't just dealing with, drunkenness and gluttony. He's saying don't even spend on things that if this type of product will do, don't spend more on the other type of product. So if you're going to the grocery store, you could choose to buy the generic brands instead of the pricey national brands. If you are going to the store to buy clothes, you can go to the high-end retail and spend, $300 on a pair of jeans. Yeah, I've seen jeans for that much money. Or you could find a pair of jeans for, say, $30, and you might even go to the thrift store and find a great pair of jeans in excellent shape for $5. $300? $5. How much do you really need to spend desiring things of the flesh? The second thing is Wesley says don't spend money on extravagances. Don't go out and buy the most expensive thing in any type of version that you could. So, yes, I would like to have nice furniture in my house, but I don't need a $15,000 couch. If I can find a good value couch for much less, then that's how much I ought to spend. Wesley says don't spend things just to be able to be proud of yourself or to seek the admiration of others. This is really important for us living in the 21st century consumeristic economy because all of advertising is about trying to get us to think if I will keep up with the Joneses or surpass the Joneses, then everybody will look at me. Ooh, wow, he's somebody important. That's why Lexus exists, as well as Toyota, Acura, as well as Honda, Cadillac, as well as Chevy. There's always the extravagant version and the practical version of anything that we need. Don't spend on extravagances. These are just 2 of the 4 ways in which we can avoid, 3 of the 4 ways that we can avoid overspending and being able to maximize savings. That's what Joseph did in the years of plenty so that he was prepared in the years of famine. May we be ready when the famine strikes us, especially since we're likely to hit it without the warning. And I'll see you tomorrow for our next daily devotion.